Chris predicts.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wizardry.
I think I like wizard shit the best.
We're still working on it.
Dude, listen.
We'll get there.
You got to listen to fucking Deluxe because I think we should that or the outro to two bears in a cave, two bears one cave. That podcast, dude. It's like the greatest fucking outro. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, send me some shit. I'll check it out. I want to listen to some new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm always willing and able.
Fuck yeah.
So this week on Chris Predicts, I don't have an update for you because I actually thought that those League Cup games that I predicted were last week. They're actually next week. So I fucked that up a little bit, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Do you want to just give us an update on like what your predictions were?
Yeah, the update of what I predicted last week was the quarterfinal of the League Cup or Carabao Cup because Carabao was a sponsor of said League Cup, and this is in England. Arsenal is playing Sunderland, Spurs is playing West Ham, Brentford's playing Chelsea, and Liverpool is playing Leicester. I took Arsenal, West Ham, Brentford, and Liverpool to win, and it's approximately 29 or 30 to 1 odds if you parlayed the whole thing. The sort of outline pick there was Brentford. And again, I think that there's Champions League tomorrow and Wednesday, and then the Carabao Cup games are this weekend. So, I think Chelsea's more or less secured their spot, but that was sort of my thought process between taking Brentford. So anyways, plus I also mentioned that, the English league teams have like 10 or 11 games in December, which is a fucking lot of games for soccer. So there's a lot of rotated squads. So there's definitely going to be an upset somewhere. It could be any one of those games, really, and it wouldn't be much of a surprise, really.
Yeah.
So this week I'm taking. I'm going to do match day 16 of the EPL. Previous to this, I just did a 4-game parlay, and it was all like 4 like bigger teams that every time you say them, people know the names. This week, I'm going to do 4 teams that people don't necessarily know, more mid-table teams, relegation teams, stuff like that. So,
can I ask you something before you continue?
Yeah.
When you parlay, do you have to pick the winning teams, or can you be like, these 2 will lose, these 2 will win? Or is it just like you?
No,
if you know those 2 are losing, you pick the winners.
So when you make a prediction like Arsenal versus Sunderland, you can either pick Sunderland to win, you can pick fucking Arsenal to win, and you can pick them to draw. I
kind of answered my own question. That was a dumbass.
I guess it was. You've had better ones, but that's fine. But that said, though, if you have a gut feeling that 2 teams are definitely going to lose, then fucking base it off that. Don't necessarily pick the teams to win, but you're still picking the teams that are playing them to win, right?
Yeah,
so,
gotcha.
Okay, so this week, the 4 games that I'm predicting the EPL, and this is the week of the December 10th and 11th. So not this weekend, but the following weekend. We have Brentford's playing Watford.
Burnley's this weekend. The 11th?
Is it?
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Is it this weekend? Oh, I'm all fucked up on dates.
It's
well, in that case, today's the 6th?
Yeah. Saturday's the 11th.
There's also some UFC coming at you this week then.
Yep. Oh, this is fucking Francis, isn't it?
This is fucking... No, Francis is the following week. This is fucking Oliveira and Dustin Poirier for the fucking lightweight.
Yeah,
this is a good weekend too. All right, anyways, even better. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I'm taking 4 games out of week 16 of the EPL, and it's Brentford and Watford, Burnley and West Ham, Crystal Palace and Everton, and Leicester and Newcastle. So anyone who kind of like loosely, yeah, this is the cat. So anyone who loosely follows soccer knows that these are not by any stretch of the imagination I don't even know if I think only 2 of these teams are in the top 10 of the league right now. So in the effort of fairness, I'll try and predict some lower league teams because it's easier to predict the winners when it's the big guys playing fucking nobodies. Okay, so that said, let's start this off. Brentford's going to beat Watford. West Ham away to Burnley. West Ham will win. Everton and Crystal Palace are going to draw. and Leicester's going to beat Newcastle. I've also predicted the Leafs 3 games this week, starting, I believe, tomorrow night, which is a Wednesday, I think the day that this podcast airs. So Leafs are going to play Columbus, Tampa Bay, and Chicago this week, and the Leafs are going to go 3-0. Another 3-0 prediction for the Leafs here.
Damn.
And now we have...
They had a great game the other night. They were like down like 3-0, 2-0 or something like that.
Came back and
went to a shootout. And unfortunately, lost in the shootout. But at least we got 1 point.
Shootout's a coin flip at least, right? So here we go. UFC 269. We have Raleigh Pava, I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry, is fighting Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'm going with O'Malley because I think
easy pick.
Yeah, but I also think like he's like trending towards superstar status. Like he's super popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God, he's huge.
Yeah, Kai Kara France is fighting Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt it's been a while since he's won in the UFC. I'm just gonna pull his record up here.
He was on a fucking dudes, I think,
he's fought a lot. He's fought a lot of good fucking dudes. But I think he won last in 2020, but previous to that he lost a couple fucking he lost a couple title decisions.
It feels like he hasn't really won.
Feels like he hasn't won in like 5 years. You know what I mean? Even though he's only fought like 4 or 5 times. So, and I like Cody Garbrandt. I'm gonna take him to win. Weirdly, I think he'll probably be an underdog in this.
I don't know. I feel the same way about that fight.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna go Garbrandt.
I think Sugar. They're in the same weight class, and I think O'Malley called him out.
Garbrandt is fighting at flyweight, and O'Malley's at bantamweight. But they're either one of those. If anyone can get down to bantamweight.
I feel like when
Garbrandt will go up because O'Malley's too tall to go down to flyweight. I think.
I feel
he's like 5'11".
Maybe it was somebody else. I thought it was Garbrandt though.
Well, he might have. You know what I mean? Like they probably called each other out. They could make it happen.
Sugar Sean was calling out everybody after his last fight.
Oh yeah, I know, it's hilarious. I love it. Jeff Neal is gonna beat Santiago. Not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. Can't do it. Sorry. It's too hard for me, and I don't want to be disrespectful because I don't want to get beat up. The easiest pick of the night is Amanda Nunes is going to beat Juliana Pena.
I can't wait for that.
Amanda,
I haven't watched Amanda fight in I don't know how long, and she's top like 3 UFC fighters for me.
I watched her last fight. I'm just gonna pull it up here because I forgot the girl's name because she just beats the fuck Megan Anderson, 259.
I love watching her fight.
She just makes it so easy. Like she just like beat the fuck out of her, took her down, armbarred her, I think, and then that was it. Like it's wild. And then the big one, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. This is a fucking lightweight championship of the world. Huh?
I know who I'm taking.
All right. Well, let's see if it's Oliveira.
It is.
Yeah. Dustin Poirier can easily win this fucking fight. So this is not like...
I'm not saying he can. I just think Oliveira's
this is such a fucking close fight. I think Oliveira... Well, I mean, he proved he's got the fucking knockout power because he knocked out fucking Michael Chandler, who the last fight got the shit kicked out of him by Justin Gaethje for fucking 3 straight rounds and did not go down. So
he got like stumbled or like, but he didn't get slept.
He didn't get slept, but he probably should have. You know what I mean? He was too tough for his own good in that fight, right? Mm-hmm. And Oliveira is obviously fucking amazing jiu-jitsu. Poirier is an amazing fighter. This is a very, very close fight for me as like a fucking very much cursory fan. I'm by no means a fucking expert.
Yeah, after watching Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier, I've grown to really like Dustin Poirier. And so this is a tough fight for me, but
yeah,
I just think Oliveira, and again, I'm a very casual fan.
Yeah.
I think Oliveira's on a different level right now.
I think they're both great fighters and I like them both. I kind of hope that Poirier wins because he's such a likable fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just thinking, like, I think Oliveira is a bit more rounded. That's it. That's what it comes down to for me.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not a fucking expert. Obviously, you want to hear
Yeah,
expert
you're an
analysis?
expert.
Go listen to fucking Ariel Hawani and fucking Daniel Cormier talk about this shit because they have a weekly podcast where they just talk about fights.
Yeah.
And they're really good. Or Joe Rogan. Like there's a million
Rogan,
fucking
Brendan Schaub's got one.
Brendan Schaub. There's a million
There's
expert
so
level to go
many
to.
fucking-
If you want the casual fans predictions,
This is your spot.
this is the home for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. Actually, bigger Chris predicts than I was expecting. I don't know why I thought it was next week, but I blacked out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
whatever. I do
It's all
want to
them
talk
Belgian
about this because I thought this was happening this weekend, but it's happening on December 18th. Now I've just found out that there's been some other news. So there was supposed to be a Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury fight. That is no longer.
did they actually sign a deal, or did it just get very close?
I believe they did, but Fury pulled out. And according to Fury's team, Tommy's got a severe chest infection and broken rib.
Jesus.
So they pulled him out of the fight. But now,
Understandably
on
so, I guess.
December 18th in Tampa, Florida, Jake Paul will be fighting Tyrone Woodley in a rematch.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know where I'll be on December 18th.
Wow. Okay.
And it will be fought at 192 pounds over 8 rounds. The same specifics as the original plan for the Fury bout, which I don't know. I don't know the ruling on that. But I do know, and I heard a lot of this. Call me a liar if it's not true, but I heard that they were not doing a drug test, or that Jake Paul refused to accept a drug test for the Tommy Fury fight.
Huh.
Weird.
You know, it's funny because I wonder how those fights get sanctioned because, and again, I guess you'd have to really listen talk to a boxing expert, but
Yeah.
Jake Paul's doing professional fights now. So as long as a commission sanctions them, but my understanding was that any commission that sanctions a professional fight, there is some level of testing. Now, well, obviously, that level of testing could be like you're pissing the day of, which isn't really testing. We all know that, right? So
Yeah.
fair enough. Like there could be testing without there being testing. That's interesting that he wouldn't do a drug test.
That's
I mean,
what I thought.
he's pretty big, but also maybe he's more concerned about he's just fucking doing cocaine and that's against the fucking rules. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, look at the Diaz brothers. They were suspended so many times due to weed, of all things. In Nevada, where it's now legal, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's
but
dumb
at the
rules.
end of the day,
but
it's like the I think it was a Jamaican runner or somebody again doing like weed and got pulled out of the Olympics or disqualified, lost her medal. I don't know.
So fucking
She got pulled
stupid.
out. And
Yeah.
it didn't really matter. She wasn't a medal contender. Like if you looked at her best time compared to everybody else's best times, she was like 6th place. Like she really wasn't a contender for a medal. But it's like those are the rules. And if you're not going to abide by them, then
yeah, I mean, we can argue all day about how fucking stupid they are, but you're right. At the end of the day, it's
still,
the fucking rules. So
yeah, it is what it is, right? So you either abide by them or you don't. And if you don't, well then
I guess you're kind of shit out of luck.
don't be a fucking
unfortunately.
idiot. You should know the fucking consequences. You know what I mean? So
like pulling someone for smoking weed is like pulling someone for fucking drinking at this point.
Yeah,
You know, it's just so like, what
Yeah.
year is it? Right? Like, what the fuck?